Hello, good morning and welcome. It's 8 o'clock on the 30th of March, and this is the analysis for today. Right, we'll start with the AUD USD. I got knocked out of all four trades last night. I've taken another position here right at the top, and I've just put another one in now at entry. I've got my stop right behind it. Um, everything's good for a short on this pair, but they're not giving me much joy at the moment, I'm afraid. Our New Zealand dollar, um, yes, it's longed. I've got my stop. This is only a small trade. The AUD USD was a large trade, and that's why I put my stops in early. The AUD New Zealand dollar, we're expecting a bit more movement from this one. The commitment of traders was, quite specific. We were expecting a good long. It's still on the 20-day moving average. It's above the 50 line on the RSI, but the stochastic's starting to keel over. Hopefully this will short today. Our JPY. I've got back into this and I've immediately put the stop behind my position. This is quite a large position again. Oops. Yeah, you can see the trade with the stop right behind it. So it's a 50-50. We'll see how that one goes. Euro JPY, I haven't got into this one. We're below the 50. We're towards the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. We're on the floor with the stochastic. The commitment of traders report, it should really go further short, but there's better trades out there. Euro NOK. I mentioned this one yesterday. The oil price has gone up, so the NOK has gone up. And the euro's come down a bit. So that's a lot of pips. That has fallen a huge amount. I think that's about 500, 500 pips. Where's my crosshairs? That's a huge amount. 618 pips. That this is the horse that won that I didn't back. So there you go. Euro, New Zealand dollar. Yes, we're expecting this to short. I'm not actually in this trade. I prefer the look of the AUD USD, and that's where I've got my money. And I've also put quite a bit on this. This is the pound Australian dollar, and these are two quite heavy positions that I've got here, and I've got my stop in right in front of them. So if I get knocked out, I am in profit. The one at the top here is a very small trade, so we'll see how that goes today. The SP 500. Yeah, it's about flat, but there again, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. It hasn't had long to actually do anything, but we can see it's showing weakness. It's at the 20-day moving average. RSI is looking a bit flattish, and you're curving over on the stochastic. So we'll see how that goes later on. Well, where are we? What I was going to say, a GB AUD, if you go on the weekly chart. Right, so there you go. These all here, they're all turning points. So this is quite a powerful position we're in at the moment. We'll see how that goes. Whoops. Anyway, moving swiftly on to my AUD CAD. Right, that's actually starting to short a little bit today, but the commitment of traders report for this is fairly good. You know, fairly positive. I'm prepared to hang on to this. We've crossed the trend line, but it's a weak cross. In fact, I think it's crossed it yet and sort of followed on down. So we'll leave that trade on. Euro GBP. You're at the 50. You're just below the mid Bollinger Band. I wouldn't enter this, but there's a very good chance he's going to short. Euro USD. I'm in this. This is quite a heavy trade for this little account. I've got my stop in, and this is the heavy trade at the top. I've got a stop behind it. So all the heavy money that I've got on the account, it's all got a stop behind it. Yeah. USD JPY. I'm expecting a bit of a retracement on this. I got out at this blue line here, so I'm just sort of staying out and see how it goes. USD Mexican peso. Yeah, now just right. This line here, this blue line here, turning point. No, I thought there's a few more than that. There's a turning point there. Turning point there. This is quite a strong line of support here, but I don't even think it's going to get that far. It's crossed my RSI line down here, so and the stochastics on the floor, the trigger, the green one, is low. I'll just make that a bit bigger if you can't see. Yeah, well, it sort of crossed and then gone back down. So the commitment of traders report for this is just really, really bullish for this pair. So we'll leave that and see how it goes. Silver, yeah. I put a resistance line here in blue on the RSI, and stochastics at the top. I think the outlook for silver is short. It is a trend, short trend. I expected this to fail here. Obviously, that's where I got in. It is a very, very small trade. I didn't put a stop on it. It's not particularly worrying me, but I think this is going to short from here. So we've glanced off my resistance, and now we're coming up to the trend line, and I think it's going to come back down, but we shall see. Here we go. This is the oil. So this is the reason why we're getting more strength in the Canadian dollar and in the Norwegian crown. I really have no idea where this is going to go up to, but I would suggest the RSI will get about here, which is sort of a failure area in the past. And if that makes a lower low on the RSI, but makes a higher, no, it's not going to do that, is it? It might make a higher high across there. That is sentiment. It's sentiment for a downturn in the price of oil. So I'll just keep an eye on that and speak to you tomorrow. So yeah, look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you all for watching, and thanks for the likes and the subscriptions. Love it.